What's going on, guys? Appreciate you guys for hopping on. If this is your first time, welcome. If you are somebody who's watched my trading content before, appreciate you for, coming back on. But here I'm gonna share with you guys how I made $1,000 off of EURUSD. Um I know it's been a while since I dropped some trading content, so this time around I feel more confident to be a little bit more consistent. But I'm gonna just jump right into it. I don't want to make this video too long. So how I always like to start off trading is, or doing my analysis is on a higher time frames and then working my way down. That none of that has changed. So, but looking at it from the monthly, there's not much that I can see of a flow in the market, which I want to see consistent right now. Since I see this market, on a full going up, I want to see the higher highs and higher lows. So if I go down to a weekly, you'll know what I'm talking about. You'll see it much better. You'll see the higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low. Oh, snap. Higher high. So what do you think is going to come next? Right. It's not really rocket science, but it's not that it's guaranteed for it to make a higher low. So, wherever it decides to make it and then start going up, because the market can do whatever it wants. Our job is to just adapt with it in whatever direction it chooses to go in. So, but I do see that. Well, I am anticipating that this can possibly make a new higher low. In order for me to change my analysis on it being a full downtrend on a weekly time frame, is if it breaks previous higher low. So if price was to break all the way down here, all right, on a weekly time frame, we are moving on. We are in a bearish market, but as of right now, it hasn't broken this higher low. So at any moment, it can shift and start making its way to the upside. But this trade wasn't taken on the weekly time frame. It was I was paying attention more to the daily and the H1 time frame. The weekly time frame was just showing me what the overall picture of the market, the direction it was going in. So going down on a daily time frame, I'm paying attention to the market structure on this daily time frame, because again, if I want to catch a daily trade, then I would do the same thing where I would scale in until I start seeing a flow in the market, which is when I mean flow, I mean market structure, which is, in this scenario, we see that the daily has been moving on its way down. So what I'm looking for is lower lows, lower highs, lower lows, lower highs. I'm not going to see that on the on the weekly time frame. If we go back to it, right, there's just a bunch of bearish candles that are going down. But again, if you don't see it yet, you want to continue to scale in until you can see the flow of the market. Here I can read candlesticks, and I can see the higher lows and the lower lows and lower highs. But to see it a lot more clear, you can see it right here. When market did a strong sell-off right over here, it created its first lower low. So I'm gonna do this. And no, you can't see that. I'm gonna do this in orange. So we can see the first lower low, right? Market came back up, made its first lower high, lower low, lower high. We made a low, not a lower low, because it still respected that previous lower low. It still respected. If it was to do, break through it, then it'll be a new lower low. But it's still a bearish market, because even after that low, we created lower high. Take that away. Created a lower high. We broke through previous support, making a new lower low, and then we shot up, right? This was our first indication that price can reverse, because we had broken through a lower high. So when market did that, the first trade that I took was a buy. The first trade that I did take, but I was already preparing myself to a sell position if market had broken through what I'm going to share with you, which is the demand level that I'm going to go over. So when price broke previous lower high, right, creating its first higher high, we're going to change this, creating its first higher high. Now the market has shifted directions on the H4 time frame. So in order for market to be fully a bullish market, it needs to break a lower high market structure. And that's what we did over here. What it's going to do now, like we spoke before, it's going to start a bullish market structure, which starts creating higher lows and higher highs. So that first higher low was created, which was right over here, right? We didn't break fully above to create a new higher high. We pretty much did. We pretty much just created it the same high because it's at the same level of previous higher highs. So my first analysis, or my first trade, was if price was to come down over here, if price was to come down back over here, I'm taking buys, which was yesterday. I had a buy position over here, targets right up there, stop loss right underneath. And I'm like, if price breaks below that lower low, then we can see a shift back to a downtrend market. So got stopped out, and because I already prepared myself, you always want to understand what you're doing. If market structure is broken, what are you gonna do next? What are you gonna wait for next? Right? You don't just want to take the loss and continue to think that it's still a buyer's market. You got to understand which levels are being broken, which levels are being respected. And for this scenario right over here, when I took the first L, I was saying to myself, I'm like, if this trade goes wrong or go bad, then I'll scale in and start taking my position on the H1 time frame. I started looking for market structure on that H1 time frame, which we can see it going down. So if it continued to go down and not respect the previous higher low, what I did was took the L, started making lower highs again. And I know this is a lot because if you're very new to this stuff or to this content, just get used to the lingo, get used to market structure, get used to understanding this stuff, because there's also a lot more that I can go over, but we're not going to do that because, again, if you don't understand the basics, it's no point of getting too technical with this. But this is how I shift my analysis and start flowing with the market, because I understand what I'm doing. If the market does one thing, then I know how to adapt to it. So because market has started going down, what I saw was a new lower low being created. So when I saw the new lower low being created, that's when I came back out, or that's when I came back and grabbed my Fib tool and just started looking for that golden ratio PRZ level. Saw the golden ratio 61.8, stops right above it. It was about a 12 some pips. So now it's my final target was actually 31 pips, but because this was this morning, we're looking at 1 o'clock. I got stopped out around 8, which is around New York session. It broke through. I got stopped out on my first position, but then I adapted and took this trade right over here. By the time it was uh 1, 2 o'clock, and I started seeing like it consolidate around here. That's when I just finally took my profits and I was good. But the main thing was understanding what to do if price had broken market structure on this H4 time frame. It's no, I'm not gonna get into that. That's a lot of information, but it's just information that will take a while to understand if you don't understand again basic market structure. And I think that's gonna be something that I'm gonna be very big on this channel or on my next videos, because if you don't understand market structure, then excuse me, if you don't understand market structure, then you're not gonna understand anything else about the market. I don't use any indicators. I don't use any yeah, I don't use any indicators. I use straight price action and pay attention to my market structure. So this is how I was able to adapt to a seller's market after the bullish market was pretty much over on this H4 time frame. So scaled in on the small time frame, waited for that, 61.8, took the trade, stops right above 75%. There's a reason for that as well. I'll get more into this stuff later on, but if this was helpful, leave me a comment, share with your friends. If you have questions of specific things that you want me to go over, you just drop it below. I'll go over them in future videos. But follow me on Instagram at Flo Menez. I'll put it in the description. Stay connected. You guys can DM me. My DMs are open if you guys need help with, anything trading related. This is I feel like I really have I feel like I really want to share with people this skill set because of how much it has blessed me over the past few years. So that's pretty much it. I'm wrapping it up. This is my $1,000 a day trade with trading EURUSD. So I'll see you guys on the next one. Let me know what's your favorite pair. Let me know what do you trade. And I'll see you. Yeah, I'll see you guys on the next one.